Hey everybody, welcome back to the 10th floor. It's me, Matt.
Hi, everybody, it's Kat.
Oh my gosh, we're so late. I think this is the latest we've ever been.
Oh, yeah, like what, 4 days late?
Internet issues took us away from our normal Sunday morning slot, and so we've taken over Thursdays because we cannot wait another minute to talk about General Hospital because of the huge news, the big revelation that we all saw on our screens today.
Yeah, we did see it today. The very last scene of the day.
No hints, no announcements on with Soap Opera Digest. Nothing. Just
Every once in a while, they keep it under their hat, don't they?
Every once in a while they do.
Every once in a while they do.
Just shock and surprise. We've got Nikolas Cassadine back on General Hospital, played by Adam Huss, who was that last-minute temporary replacement that snuck in there when Marcus Coloma, who was the previous actor to play Nicholas, got his walking papers, and then he just didn't come back to the set.
Right. Well, Adam Huss must have impressed somebody. He impressed us.
He impressed us, definitely, here on the 10th floor. We enjoyed those last couple of days of Nicholas with Huss at the helm. I was talking to Angela, our friend Angela, about this for Days for Dummies. And we were in agreement that Huss was able to capture this element of Nicholas that Marcus Coloma had been missing. You know, Marcus Coloma pulled off, I thought, that tortured, dark, gothic soul. I thought he did that very well. But there's an element of just sympathy that exists in Nicholas that Marcus Coloma was not able to pull from the audience. There was always so much sympathy for Tyler Christopher when he was playing Nicholas. Even when he was making the wrong choices. It was like, oh, Nicholas, come on, buddy. I could see how this tortures you to be a Cassadine, man,
With Marcus, it was kind of like, yeah, you deserve that.
Yeah, with Marcus, yes, I felt as though Nicholas deserved everything that he got.
Yep.
And they were probably writing it that way as well. But there's just that element of just sympathy that Adam Huss is able to put into Nicholas when he was fighting with Spencer, and he had just the tears in his eyes. They weren't falling, but they were there because he was so hurt over the fact that he was fighting with his son in this way, and he was losing him. And Nicholas's life was falling apart. He was about to take Avery and leave.
He was, and I think that I don't know. He fought better with Ava as well.
I mean, he was the one that got the statue to the head.
He sure did. And you know what? I don't know if you watched today. It was funny. So today, Ava, that gargoyle statue was still right there on the table.
Okay.
That it always was, right?
Yeah.
And if she had turned that sucker a little bit and hit him with the other side of it, one of those wings wouldn't have whacked him in the head so hard. It was like he got whacked in the head with a statue, but he kind of got stabbed at the same time with a wing.
Yeah.
If she'd have turned it, maybe he wouldn't have been so injured. But it was funny today because she grabbed that statue and hid it in the cabinet.
Well, yeah.
Put it in the cabinet.
Wouldn't you?
Huh?
Wouldn't you?
Well, yeah, but I think I would have done it the next day after I clobbered him with it. I don't think I would have wanted to continue to look at it. He'd been there the whole time.
Oh,
I don't even know if he might even had some hair or blood still on it. Who knows?
I have no idea how well she washed that thing afterward. Maybe it was a good idea to put it away. But we're not alone here on the 10th floor. This elevator ride up, of course, we're never alone. We got Estes here, Janet, and Shikarius. Hey, y'all. Hi.
Shikarius.
Hey,
Hi.
anybody else out there? Say hey as well.
And everybody else
the show. But yeah, going all the way up to the 10th floor. We get off, you look to the left, you can see, Elizabeth at work, I guess. Oh, Willow walking up at me like, I want to be a nurse again.
That was a little odd for me because did not she have a scene with Michael like a week ago that said she wasn't going to push it?
And then I guess she got over it.
But I was wondering though, like, with soap operas, a week is a day is a week. So has time passed and we don't really realize?
She seems to be fully recovered at this point.
Right.
So I'm going to assume that a day is a week is a day is going to apply in this situation.
I think
Because,
so.
in most situations, in real life, she wouldn't be getting back to the work until the new year. You know?
Oh, and I don't know,
Hey,
and
Liz.
they didn't let us know whether, she went and talked to Terry
Mm-hmm.
about coming back on and being released, but they didn't cover that.
No.
They
No.
left it at her speaking with Elizabeth
Mm-hmm.
and going to her appointment with Terry.
Yes.
So, yeah.
Totally that. Totally that. You can see that Carly and Sonny ran off together on my wall.
Oh, did they?
Yeah, they just they gave the finger to Drew and they gave the finger to Nina and they ran off to Sonny's island and they're back together. Hey,
Yeah.
Carolyn, this is a random surprise 10th floor, inspired heavily by the fact that Nikolas Cassadine is back.
Yeah.
And we have it on good authority. I have it on good authority. Whatever that this is back. This isn't. Hey, by the way, remember Nicholas? This isn't. Hey, by the way, let's show you he's not in a coma anymore. This is
Mm-hmm.
the first of many going forward.
He's back.
He's back.
So he'll be showing his old carcass to his son soon.
I guess. I really don't know how this coincides with what Laura's up to. Because I kind of assumed that Laura and Nicholas would be coming back arm in arm.
Yeah, but he's not even he's not on a different continent though. He's right there in Port Charles.
It's like in Austin's house, right?
Yeah. Crazy. Never
Yeah.
I didn't know that Austin had a house, but evidently
I guess he had to live somewhere.
Yeah.
Not everybody lives at the Metro Court, right?
No, not everybody.
But I mean, just goodness gracious, they made this decision that Austin saved Nicholas's life, and they have run with it all the way to the other goal line already. We are moving forward at breakneck GH pace when it comes to this.
Funny.
I can only say, hey, Tyrone, I can only say, y'all, that this is likely to continue. How much you're enjoying General Hospital right now is very likely to continue, and here's why. It's a sad statement. These strikes are nowhere near close to ending. Nowhere close.
Oh my gosh. So whatever they came to at the table probably wasn't great.
No. And as far as I understand, there hasn't been another offer since the one that they kept on pushing. And the most recent news that's come out is Netflix in some European countries. Some European countries mandate the pay structure that people are on strike trying to get here in the United States. So I'm not sure which European countries it is, but the Netflix shows that are offered in those regions, Netflix is forced to pay all of those actors, writers, creators for how much of the streaming content gets watched, because the federal government over there has already mandated it. And so basically,
Really?
the newest argument with people who are on strike is, so you could do it over there, but you can't do it over here.
That just sounds dirty. Really? Because, so much of Netflix stuff is actually not Hollywood.
No.
It's Hollywood in other countries, whatever they call it,
Yeah.
Whatever their mecca center is for entertainment. That's not fair at all.
Mm-mm.
And as actors and writers, I'd be damn pissed about that.
Definitely. So that's the latest on there. So we're just nowhere close to ending.
Oh my goodness!
But that means though, but also, it's undeniable at this point. Listen, folks, as always, even though I'm writing for websites and doing soap news and all that kind of stuff, I am nowhere more connected now than I was before. I'm still just as in the dark, just as uninformed as to what's actually going on as I ever have been. So don't take anything that I say as more legitimate yet. But with that said, I think that it's obvious at this point that with the change in who is deciding how stories go, there has been positive progress in the enjoyment of the series.
Well, it's not like we haven't noticed any differences at all, but I can't say that it sucks now because our regular writers aren't there, because it doesn't suck
No,
now.
if anything, I find it to be slightly more enjoyable. I like the diversity in the types of scenes that are happening. I like the pace that we're going. Like we've moved quite a bit along here in strike time than we had before.
Mm-hmm.
You can see lots of stuff is kind of coming to either a head or a conclusion.
Mm-hmm.
And that's awesome, and that's really exciting to see, and I'm here for it, and I love it. You know, they made creative, huge decisions with Cyrus, with Austin, with Nikolas, with Cody,
Yeah.
with Sasha.
Yeah.
Sam is far more involved. Dante has never been better.
That's true. And Lulu is days from waking up. She has to be.
Well, okay, we got Maxie about to move into her house. So,
Yeah. I actually saw the previews for today, and she's got those babies running around in Lulu's old house. Kind of reminded me of you and your brother and sister back in the day when we moved into our bigger house where you were running down the hallway. Yeah.
the very first thing that happened was my sister bashed her head on the fireplace. Welcome to the new home.
I was like, yeah, I really wanted a fireplace, but not for this.
Right. But yeah, Jacarius reminds us Maxie's buying Lulu's house tomorrow. Tyrone wants uplifting talk, so you know it's the 10th floor. We'll uplift you. Gee, is great. What else we got in here? I have no doubt, Tyrone says, I have no doubt that Nikolas will do the same thing to Austin that he did to Jax when he hid out the last time. Hey, go do this. Hey, go do that. I'm gonna go hide behind this curtain.
Oh, that's right. That's right. Jax did do that. I remember now. He really hid him for a while because Nikolas was trying to still stay incognito.
Yeah, so Jax had come back to town with Hayden.
Remember that? He hid him. He hid him in Curtis and Portia's house.
Yes, well, I mean, it was Jax's house at the time, but yeah.
Yeah.
The next door to Sonny.
Yep.
So, yeah, so Jax and Hayden came back to town, and they had a mission, you know, the secret mission. And they were hired by this mysterious benefactor to do something. And as it turned out, it was Nikolas. And they became a trio for a little while, trying to, I don't remember exactly what they were trying to do, but it was something to help get Nikolas the Cassadine fortune back.
He was trying to get the house back, wasn't he?
Something, but apparently just walking into Windermere and saying, oh, by the way, I'm alive, wasn't good enough. Was it a codicil? It was a codicil of a will or something?
Something like
I think they kept on saying codicil 1,000 times.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, now they say codicil on Days of Our Lives 100 times.
Well, gosh, these codicils to wills. Or maybe that was Austin's story. I don't remember. Whatever. Don't come to me for the facts, folks. But Janet says all of the soaps are moving along, so that's good. That's good. I mean, when it comes to Days of Our Lives, that show doesn't stop.
Yeah.
That show doesn't really hang its hat on anything yet.
Yeah, it's very different.
Yes, it is. But that's Saturday or Sunday morning at 9 a.m.
Yes, it is.
Pacific time. Join us for that.
Be there, guys.
But my God, so I'm excited. I'm excited for Nikolas being back. This whole thing is heated up when it comes to the Gatlin gang, which is what I've decided to call them.
The Gatlin gang?
The Gatlin gang.
I like that.
So, I mean, here's my theory, and I posted this on Twitter today, okay? Because last week we found out Cyrus Renault is the boss.
At least he's the co-boss. At least
he's
that.
Something at least.
He is.
It seems as though he's the boss.
Seems to me that Austin is not a Quartermain. He's not a Holt.
He Gatlin?
Do
you think he's a Renault?
Yeah, I don't know.
Well, I mean, Cyrus cut his hair.
Is he a Gatlin Gray?
Could he be a Gatlin Gray? Oh my God. Jimmy Lee's not really his dad. It's just the man who raised
Exactly.
him. Wouldn't that be something?
Yeah.
So,
I think it's going to turn out that he is not a Quartermain at all.
and he's Cyrus's kid.
He's
I'm
a
with it.
great.
I'm with
And
it.
so was Cyrus once upon a time.
Well, yeah, he still is. He
Changed
changed his name.
Renault.
Yeah. He's still a gray.
He's a gray.
So
Maybe our Austin is a Gatling gray.
Is Laura's nephew.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. I didn't think about that.
Thank you, Janet. Janet says Days for Dummies is a great show. So if you haven't watched it, come on, join us, or watch one of the episodes that are available. I put a playlist up on our channel. It's very easy to find.
Very, very easy.
It is.
And and last Sunday we got that show in before
we got
the
that
internet.
show in before. Well, because I'm the hub. I'm the host.
Yes.
It's me that broadcasts this out.
Yes.
So if I don't have my internet connection, then there's no show.
And that's what happened.
Because otherwise,
Ace got in there.
Yeah. Because otherwise, I could have been like, Ma, I can't do it. Get Angela back. You guys broadcast, and we'll see if I can join. And just that just can't happen. That's not how we do it.
No. But you know what though? Maybe Matt. A little powwow between you and your dad to figure out maybe the way we could do that in the future if needed.
Yeah.
That might work out. But I'm not interested in learning the dang thing.
I understand. What we need is we just need a full-time producer is what we need. So if you're interested in working really hard for free, reach out to me. Carolyn's happy that Roger Howarth has a decent story finally.
I hear you. Yeah. I agree.
Yeah. It's been like a long time. Long time.
It seems like, for a long time since he left being Franco, they've been doing, let's try this. Oh, that didn't stick good. Let's try this.
And even in this story, I feel as though we've gotten like, I don't want to get sucked into this. I might actually be the boss. I might have actually been the one that took Avery. I actually saved Nikolas and I'm not telling anybody. But then now we're definitely staunchly back in. You guys have ruined my life.
Yeah.
Thank you, Cyrus, for putting me through medical school. I didn't realize that the cost of that was going to be this.
Yeah.
Please let me stop doing this. Please, please, please.
I mean, Austin's so done with it, right? He really is. He doesn't want to be under this thumb any longer. Mm-mm. He really doesn't.
No, not at all. Este says, so Oscar and Nikolas are cousins. Yes. That would make them cousins. Because Nikolas is Laura's kid. Cyrus would be Austin's dad. Cyrus and Laura are brother and sister. Oh my gosh,
you're right.
So that would make Austin and Nikolas cousins. Which means Ava has done the cousin mambo.
Oh yeah, well, that's soap opera style. Yeah. I mean, it is. It's soap opera style.
It's been a minute since we've been brothers. Cousins all the time.
Alexis has had children by brothers.
Well, yeah.
So has Sam, actually. Well, not brothers, but.
Well, kind of like. Well, she's definitely boning father and son.
Yeah. Big time. I'm telling you, one day, if you guys are familiar with this movie that's really old, I Am My Own Grandpa is going to happen on General Hospital someday.
Someday, Spencer's going to somehow become his own grandfather. Mm-hmm. So, super big news, super awesome, cool thing. Other big news, and everybody knows this already as well. We didn't get a chance to talk about it last Sunday. But when Miss Blair from One Life to Live headed into Port Charles.
Yeah, I actually thought maybe we would see her today, and we did not.
No, Tracy showed up, I think, yesterday or Tuesday or something like that, to represent the maquillage side of the conflict. But Blair, her actress, I can't remember her name. It's 3 words.
Cassie
DePavia. Something like that. I think that she tweeted out that as it stands right now, according to the current broadcast schedule, if it is not interrupted by this guy, it should be the 15th and the 18th of September. So only 2 days.
Oh, that's a little ways away yet.
Yeah,
That's 2
it's
weeks
still 2
away.
weeks. So it doesn't seem
No,
like she's...
I just assumed it would be sooner because they broke the news. So,
Yeah.
I thought it would be sooner. Huh.
So it seems as though 15th and the 18th of September, two little thing. It doesn't look like she's going to be involved in this deception thing. Because that's where people were thinking, oh, she's involved. She and Tracy somehow, something. I think that in 2 weeks, it's much more likely that Martin Gray used to be married to Blair from One Life to Live than anything else.
I think so too.
So she might be
I think she's going to be one of the wives.
Well, they kept on. Well, he gets the $50,000 from her because of this. So maybe she's invested in the company in some way. But he gets the $50,000 a month from her, and it's wife number 5 or whatever it was, and the one that is the most terrible, the one he hates the most. So that definitely, I think, fits the bill for Blair.
Yep.
Hey, Chandra. Happy to see you here too. I just ran. We couldn't not talk about Nikolas, especially because Adam Huss, our friend. He was going to be in our podcast until he had to pull out, and here's why. GH told him to.
Yep.
GH told him to. We didn't say it at the time. We said, hey, this, that, the other thing, it fell through, whatever, because we were trying to, be nice, not tell tales, to, try to stir the pot or anything, not send anybody in any direction of anger or anything like that. It was just a situation. But basically, he agreed to it, and the reception of his character was so strong on his way out that GHPR said, pump the brakes, don't do any interviews, just keep the phone on.
Yeah, and we were so sad because it was what the day before?
It was like a couple of days before. He let us, as soon as he got that call, hey, cancel all your interviews. He reached out to us and said, hey, I can't do it anymore, and here's why. He told the truth. Here's why. And so we've pretty much known for months and months and months and months and months that it was just a matter of time before Adam Huss comes back full time to play Nikolas, because General Hospital wouldn't have minded him doing our podcast if they didn't have any intention of using him more, if they didn't have anything that they wanted to protect by having him not do these things. So
right.
Hey, Bozzolini.
And also, you guys, because of the strikes, we are not pushing it to try to get guests because we know they're going to say no right now.
Well, I mean, soaps aren't struck. I mean, it was more of for me, it was more of a act of solidarity with the people who are on strike, because those people they're able to do things, but they're not able to come and sit down and say, I had a great time working on Batman. When I played Robin, it was really, really fun. And all of those times on set working for Warner Brothers was just the highlight of my life. George Clooney, oh my gosh, what a wonderful Bruce Wayne in those movies. They can't say those things. They can say, I had a great time a few years ago doing a superhero movie.
Yeah.
But they can't be specific about the roles they played, anything that's connected to the AMTPT or whatever it is, because it's all considered promotion. It would all send people in the direction to go see these things, to download, to buy them, to stream them, to do something that sends money to the people that they're striking against. So
absolutely,
I feel as though, even though soaps are not struck, I feel as though it's this weird pocket of gray where it's just a big bummer that
it is. And so much time has went by because when I remember when we went and visited with Fido, the strike was already 7 weeks old.
I know.
And that was the first week of June.
Yeah, which it's lasted all summer.
All summer. And here it is going to be September 1st tomorrow. Man.
So anyway, so ultimately, I think at this point, though, because the strike has lasted so long and because I've learned more about these contracts and what is struck versus what isn't struck and what's okay versus what isn't okay. Now that I'm more educated and more weeks and weeks into this thing, I feel as though we might be in a position where if someone was interested, we won't say no. But when it comes to like trying to line things up and sending out a bunch of emails and all that kind of stuff, we're just not there. Or at least I'm not. Ma, you can do it if you want.
No, thank you.
Anyway, so all these people here watching this thing, but nobody came to hang out with me and my friend Perry Von Vicious yesterday. Except for my mom. Hi, Mom. Go watch that. If you guys if you guys saw the thumbnail, didn't know what is a wrestler doing on the channel? Perry Von Vish, a very good friend of mine. I've known him for like 15 years at this point now. It's been a long time. One of my best friends that I've made in life, and somebody that I had spent a number of years being very creative with. So it was a fun chat between me and a very good friend of mine, just reaching back to yesteryear, talking about independent pro wrestling and where he's at with his life and his career now, which is head and shoulders above anything that either one of us would have truly expected. Like,
So I was so happy for him watching you guys too, because he's so excited.
He's so excited.
He's so excited.
Yeah.
And my gosh, it sounds like he's going to get to do some huge crowds.
Yeah. It's a big deal. It's a big deal to go out and wrestle.
It is a big deal.
Yeah.
I'm so happy for him.
It's a big honor. Sure thing, Chandra. No rush. I'm just, trying to say, what I'm saying is, if you like what we bring here on the 10th floor for GH and what you like Days for Dummies, the other offerings on this channel are just as fun, I think.
Actually, you know who I really want to see it? I want to see Little Max. I want Little Max to see that because I know he's a big wrestling fan.
Yeah. I mean, so because my setup is all janky and I only have one monitor and stuff, at this point I'm not able to like share pictures or video or anything, which would have majorly enhanced that conversation, because if you didn't see it, then you don't really have a strong frame of reference for what we might be talking about. But then again, all that stuff is also available on the All Pro Wrestling YouTube channel and still is today.
And on Perry's too, because he said that, he had put a lot of it on his own channel on YouTube.
Sure thing. Hey, Jeannie. Oh, yeah, come on back. Watch all of the videos when you can. All of them. Every single one of them.
Don't you skip one.
Don't you skip one. But, okay, so half an hour. So we got another slotted 15 minutes left. And you know who I think deserves this 15 minutes of all of the things that I wrote down?
Who's that, Matt?
Sasha and Cody, Mom. Let's talk about that.
Don't you forget about don't forget about the ponytail. The ponytail.
Yeah, he cut his hair, he shaved. Okay, so let me finish that thought then, because I tweeted this out. I teased a tweet and I didn't tell you what the tweet was.
Oh.
The Gatlin gang has only been ominous.
Mm-hmm.
Really, the only thing that they've done is be ominous. Hey, cousin, we're bad people. You gotta listen to us. There's a lot of that. They killed that guy. That guy. That one dude.
Okay.
The dude that was like, hey, you have to give me the money. You treated me in the hospital.
Oh, okay. Yeah. The one that found in the alley.
And then they found in
the
alley.
one Dex found.
Yeah, right, the one that Dex found. So they killed that guy.
Yeah.
And they got the fake flash drive.
Yes.
So the only things that in the months and months, because Mason's been here since the Hook killer.
Yeah, he's been around for a while.
He's been around for a long time already. So in all of this time that the Gatlin gang has been around, they have been ominous. They killed one jerk that received no sympathy at all from the audience. None whatsoever.
Yeah.
And they manipulated and pushed Ava to get this flash drive. And ultimately Betty was the one that got it.
And Betty hit the road, didn't she?
Yeah, she did her job and she left.
Yeah, she was running like the road runner. You can't even see her feet. She's gone.
There was just a Betty-shaped hole in the door. She didn't even bother to open it. So, based on all of these things, and now we have Cyrus involved. Okay, Cyrus, head for now. We'll call him the head of it because we don't have proof otherwise that he's not. Okay, so just for the sake of it, we'll just call him the one in charge. He's the one in charge, we learn. They dedicated a whole episode to telling the audience in no uncertain terms that the change that Cyrus Renault has gone through is real.
Yes.
That was the episode that he did with Laura. Unless I am massively misinterpreting what that episode was about, to me that was walking out of hell because he has truly changed.
I'm not completely sold.
I know, and this is the hard part, right? This is the hard part. I guess I might be just wishful thinking. So if all of that's the case, okay, if the change in Cyrus is real, if all these people have been as ominous and took one little thing, saved Nikolas's life, killed somebody that is already a jerk and garners no sympathy from anybody watching, these guys might actually be up to good in a frame of bad. Cyrus might be using this gang to help rather than harm in a criminal fashion.
Maybe.
Hey, Kelly.
Maybe, but I know that it's pretty much, we're going to all find out in the next couple of weeks, I would say.
I'm excited for it too. I really am.
I'm excited for it too. I'm excited for
Jeannie.
it too.
Jeannie says Betty's going to come back as Molly, and at this point, that's just an internet meme, folks. I don't think that they're going to be replacing the new Molly. I don't know what her contract status is. I don't know if she signed one or not. But they're not. It's going to be a little while. All right.
Well, honestly, if they could put Molly on the back burner for a couple of weeks, I'd be okay with it.
Well, they just need to drop this surrogacy storyline because it's not landing.
It's not.
It's not.
You're right. It's not landing.
That's all. But they have time to make a change.
They do.
You know, that's all.
They could creatively just scrap the whole idea and have them adopt from
Absolutely.
one of the folks that come into, like I said last week, what they really need to do is get Christina's foundation off the ground where we have some other avenue of story.
What I like about that,
the Davis girls.
What I like about that is and I hope that GH is takes it and goes somewhere with it. Like we said, earlier in the podcast, things are moving a little more agreeably on the show recently than they had been in the past when it comes to direction and pacing and all of that. So I'm hoping that since they put Diane and Terry and Michael, I guess, like, there is an amount of diversity that they're putting on to this board of directors with characters that do not usually interact with each other.
I think they even have Diane on board, though.
Yeah, Diane is on the directors. Terry and Diane, I know, are confirmed. I think she asked Michael.
She did, and he agreed.
Of course, Christina would be on the board as well. It seems as though she's probably going to ask Alexis, because she's getting a lot of advice from Alexis. And Alexis had mentioned she wants to do something with more direct impact than media.
Yeah.
But I'm just basically saying that they are kind of weaving in some characters that don't usually interact with each other. They're creating a new environment for these characters to be in, with new challenges, new opportunity for drama, new relationships to be had, and all that stuff. And so I'm excited for the possibilities of Christina's foundation. And you're absolutely right. They just need to get it off the ground. That's where the focus of this story needs to be.
Yep. I think they need to flip-flop the two storylines of the Davis sisters and the Davis family. Make the foundation the first story, and make the Molly and TJ's things the secondary one. The secondary.
Yeah, honestly, that's kind of how I figured it was going to go, but that's not the way. That's not the way it is. Kelly says that Christina needs to stop making Molly's situation about her. And the thing is, from my perspective, Christina didn't really make it about her until everybody was making it about her for her.
Yeah.
There's just, anyway, whatever. So we'll see how that goes. But the whole story is, it's not. But I wanted to talk about Cody and Sasha, because it's still a very controversial subject. It's still a controversial
Gosh, I tell you what, there's not a doctor ever that needs to die more than that bull, right?
He's so close to dying too. Okay.
Oh, he got to be almost dead.
Okay.
Come on.
Cody is murdering that man. Or Sasha's hopping out of that bed and stabbing him with a syringe.
Wouldn't that be cool?
That is the appropriate ending to that story. It's hard to see her. Of course, it's hard to watch it. Of course, it's hard to see her scream, "No, no, no! I don't want it! I don't want it! I don't want it!" Of course, it's very
Yes.
challenging. It sucks. It's great Emmy material, but oh my goodness, it sucks. It sucks to watch. But like I said on Suds in the Squared Circle, I did that this week as well. We did a special look at one of Bray Wyatt's matches, me and Vinny. But we got at the very end of it, we talked a little bit about GH, and basically, I said it then, I'll say it here. I feel as though this is Sasha's story to win. I've been saying it for weeks, really. This is the
This
one
has
where
got to be Sasha's story to win.
What?
This has got to be Sasha's story to win. I don't want someone to come in there and just rescue her. And
No.
I want Sasha to have the win.
And I think that we're building up a lot of sympathy toward her, so she will. Yes, Cody is going to play a part. But being the one that takes the restraints off of her wrists isn't being the one that solves the problem. You know what I mean?
Right.
So I'm very hopeful that that's what's happening. I don't know for sure. I don't have the scripts. I don't know what's going on.
No, we don't know. But, man, I think that's what we're all hoping for, though. We want Sasha to be the one to.
And when she does, it's going to feel good.
I want her to grab the scalpel or something out of his little lapel of his white jacket and freaking stab him in the eye all the way to his brain.
Do something. She'll have to do something. And here's what's happening with Gladys. What we said is happening with Gladys. Gladys is not going to die. Sonny is not going to take her on back to the shed and old yeller her. He's not going to send a brick on her. What he's going to do is he's going to sit her down in the chair at Pazzuli's. He's going to saunter around the desk. He's going to sit on the front of it. He's going to go, I think it's time for you to go, Gladys. I think it's time for you to go, and I never want to see you again.
Yep.
And she's going to pack her bag and she's going to go.
You have brought shame on the Corbin name. Goodbye.
My father's spinning in his grave.
Right?
Yeah. He's going to say, get out of here. Get out of here, lady. Go on.
And even though I will miss Bonnie on the show, because I like Bonnie, I will miss her on the show. She has given us some comedic stuff.
Gladys has done it. Gladys has run her course at this point.
I think so.
At this point, she's got to go just with the direction that it went. If they didn't go this direction with her, she would have just eventually been Phyllis, who has vanished into nothing.
That's what happened to Phyllis, didn't it? She did vanish into nothing. Yeah. They don't even use Charlie's Pub anymore. Now that Christina don't work there, they don't even use it.
No.
They're done.
Yeah. They burned it. They burned it to the ground.
They gave the Quartermains another little living room. They have like a different family room now off the kitchen.
They do. It's like the sunroom or something. Yeah.
A little family room off the kitchen.
Will Sonny pay off her debt? Sure.
Sure he will.
Sure.
Send her off in the sunset.
Write a check to Miss Wu. Problem solved.
Oh, and he told Selena too. To quit messing around. He did.
Yeah. Leave Marshall and Curtis alone. He said that this week.
But she's not going to leave him alone.
Oh no! All of this is heating up. Everything. They're turning up the burners on GH, and it's super exciting, super fun, super amazing to see. I am here for it. I'm happy Adam Huss is back as Nikolas, and he is back, folks. Back. I mean, I don't know if he's gonna be on every 5 days a week, 90 episodes a month or whatever it is, but but he's on. So I expect to see him back again, again and again and again. The poll for this episode: Nikolas is back. Your options are yay or hooray. And yay's won. 72% of people say yay, and 28% of people say hooray. So, yeah.
So you didn't make it a positive and negative. You made it a positive and a super positive.
Yeah. That's totally it. Speaking of super stuff, I got a super cool notice from YouTube, and it's because of all of you. Not because of me, not because of Mom, but because of you. All of you people watching live, and all of you people who have watched live for 2 years now. You have been so consistent in the chat,
Yes.
talking to us every single week, coming back and back and back and back and back. Chandra doing a great job of moderating. You guys have been polite. You guys have been good to each other. Nobody's been banned. There's only been a couple of timeouts. Because of all of this, YouTube has rewarded the channel. YouTube has decided that the 10th floor now, once I figure out how to turn it on, is eligible for super chat stuff.
Babe, you better get to learning, okay?
We're eligible for super chat stuff, which is really exciting. So it's like half monetization. So there's still not ads. There's still not going to be ads to skip before. You're not going to get interrupted in the replay yet with advertisements, because we still need people like you to click that subscribe button. If you haven't do it right now.
Yes.
But
Please.
because we have been so consistent in the chat, because you guys have been so awesome with each other for so long, every single week that we get super chat. What does that mean? That means that you guys will now have other opportunities to engage with the show in different ways. We have opportunities to make things exclusive for certain people who decide who want to opt in. There's ways to tip us, I guess, throughout the show if you really like what we say, if you really want to support us. There's special emojis that I guess you get to purchase for a few cents or something. I don't know exactly what it is. It's all money based.
And we
stuff.
don't really know.
I don't really know. I'll figure it all out. But we're super chat now. So once I figure out how to turn that on, super awesome. It's just a new level, a new layer. It just goes to show that YouTube sees you. They don't see us. They see you.
Yeah.
So thank you, all of you.
The algorithm noticed.
Yeah. If it wasn't for y'all, that we wouldn't have gotten it. So, but Chandra, thank you so much. She says, until Matt learns how to turn on super chats, support the show by getting a cup of coffee at buymeacoffee.com/10thfloor. What can you still leave up?
You better figure that out, boy.
Yeah, I'm here now, so I'll do it. I won't do it now, but I'll do it.
Your mama said.
Well, I haven't gone to the optometrist yet, so I don't listen to you.
Yeah, and since you were like 18, that's when you turned that off.
I'm legal. I don't have to listen to you anymore.
I guess because you were 18, you didn't have to anymore, huh?
Adult. Anyway, that's it. We just wanted to cover a couple of topics. We just wanted to cover a couple of topics, get in some GH, because we didn't on Sunday. So that's it. I will talk to James Lott Jr. about it. He's got super chat. So. All right. Well, that's it. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna get back. Well, you guys go onto the elevator. I'm gonna stay here. But you guys go into the elevator. Go back down to the first floor. Get in your cars. Turn radios to previous episodes of the 10th floor, which you can find on your favorite podcasting platforms. And if you can't find it, you can reach out to us on Twitter at 10th Floor GH, and I will point you in the right direction. You can join us on Sunday mornings, 9 a.m. Pacific time for Days for Dummies. Me, Ma, and Angela covering the week, learning about all the history days of our lives. The show's been on for almost just as long as General Hospital.
Honey, did you see today, by the way?
Days? No, I'm a little behind.
Okay. Well, if you want to see Leo dressed in drag, you ought to watch today.
Okay. I'm definitely going to get there before Sunday morning at 9 a.m. Pacific time. Then you can join us again right here on this channel at 11 a.m. Sunday morning for General Hospital 10th Floor main podcast. I don't want to say, it's like, not like the other ones are sub, I don't know, whatever.
Well, it's just that, GH we've been doing the longest.
Yeah, the longest running podcast on the channel. And then, of course, you can join us next Thursday at 7 p.m. Pacific time. We should just start calling it late night tonight. I think that's what we're going to do.
Late night tonight?
Yeah, because for most people, it's late night.
That's true.
So,
that's true. A lot of our folks, it's 10 o'clock.
Yeah, and we'll just pretend to be David Letterman, and then it's going to be super fun. That's how we're going to do it. So join us.
Maybe we could do a top 10 list.
Yeah, we could, Mom. So join us for late night tonight TV entertainment news next Thursday at 7 p.m. Pacific time. And we just whatever, who knows what conversation we'll have. I don't. We might talk about General Hospital the whole time. You don't know. We don't know. You won't know until you come and find out. Anyway, that's it.
I tell you one thing we ain't going to talk about. And I'm just saying, I'm putting it out there. We ain't going to talk about no damn politics.
Okay, yeah, we're probably not going to talk about
We're not
politics
gonna
unless
talk
it's
about
related to the strikes.
Then we might,
Yeah.
yes. But no, we ain't going to talk about politics.
Anyway, so yeah, okay, so Kelly says it's 11:20 p.m. in her part of the world. It's 7:20 for us right now, so late night tonight for Kelly.
Well, thank you, Kelly, for you're up still. Thank you. I mean, I know it's late for you.
7 p.m. Pacific time, which makes it 11 p.m. yours, I guess. I don't know.
No, makes it 10. Well, 11 for Kelly, huh?
11 for Kelly, 10 for everybody else. Anyway, that's it. All right. So, previous episodes, 10th Floor GH on Twitter. Like this video, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment if you're watching the replay. Join us for the live stuff. Go watch my thing with Perry Von Fishes. Go check Suds in the Squared Circle for the thing I did with Vinny. And go spend some time with your families. I've been Matt.
I've been Kelly.
And we'll catch you next time right here